Hey friends, welcome to Joanna's DIY Life. I am so glad you are here. This is another Sew It Saturday episode, and today I am going to be doing a fall table runner, and I also have to make me a little mat for my coffee bar because it is white, off-white kind of thing, and my coffee is staining the top, and I don't like that. So I'm going to make a little placemat type deal to put on there. I can't use a regular placemat because it's a certain size, that I got to have. So I'm just going to make one. And I am doing this now because I know it's not fall yet. It's still hot. Trust me. The heat index here is like 106 to 108. It is ridiculous. But you have to get the fabric while it's there, okay? I just got some beautiful fabric at Hobby Lobby. So I am going to be doing my table runner with that. So anyways, let's get started. So these are my two fabrics. This is the one I just got from Hobby Lobby. This is part of a fat quarter I got last year, I think from Walmart. And then I'm going to be using this placemat from the Dollar Tree, which I'm scared to cut because I'm afraid it's going to come apart. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So first off, I need to cut my fabric, and I wanted it 36 by 17. But if I do 36, then, look. My table runner is going to be sideways because this is directional fabric. So I'm just going to cut one this way. I don't like it going down my whole table anyway. I just want it in the middle of my table. So I'm going to, if you want to save fabric, you can cut one of these and one of another fabric, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to use muslin for the other side. But if you want to, you can use another piece of fabric and make it reversible. That's an option. That's up to you. So I'm just going to take this piece of fabric and I'm going to fold it. This is a selvage edge, selvage to selvage, and fold that in half because this is just easier to cut it for me. And you need to go ahead and pre-wash all your fabrics, okay? Because cotton shrinks. I can't stress that enough. Pre-wash your fabrics. Now let me get this all straight and I'll be right back. Now after I get it folded in half, I'm just going to line it up on my mat. Make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to cut my edge off. And I'll give you another tip. I don't know if you see, but this end I serged. And when I serged it before I washed it, I have no frays going on, because it seals it for you. If you don't, then you've got wads and wads and wads of thread coming off. So I'm just going to line this up. And then I'm going to cut my pieces to the size. I want it 17 wide. And this is backwards. So I'm going to cut it 17 long. Okay, so I'm going to mark mine because my cutting mat is backwards. I work from this way to this way. This one is this way to this way. And I don't like it. Just going to take a chalk pencil and mark it. So if it's 17, I want to cut it at 17 and a half. Some can do 18 if you do half-inch seam, but I don't. I barely do a seam. So I'm going to line this mark up with a line. This is the easiest way for me to get it, straight. Make sure everything is straight. And then now I'll go down the 19. Because that's where I made my chalk mark. So there's my piece, and I need to cut this selvage off. Now I'm going to cut another one of these out of just plain muslin fabric, and then I'm going to cut this out and I'll be right back. Now when you cut out your second piece, just lay your piece on top of your second piece, fabric facing together, right sides together. That way when you cut this out, all you have to do is pin it together and you're ready to sew, as opposed to trying to match up your sides and whatnot. So this is just easier. Okay, so I have my pieces pinned together. Well, I have them, you know, with the clips. And you're just going to sew around, but you're going to leave a space so you can turn, of course. And I have got my quilting foot. I don't know what the correct term is right at the second. But anyways, this is the foot I got on. It's that big thing I talked about in my video previously. But anyway, I am just going to sew along the edge as I normally do, making sure I leave a space. And this is going to run right along the foot. But this presser foot helps keep both fabrics running at the same time, and you really want to do this when you have thicker fabrics or when you're quilting. It's good to have on at any time, but you know, I'm just going to be using it today because this is thick. So here we go. Now all you have to do is clip your corners. Make sure you don't clip your stitches, okay? And y'all, this Dollar Tree, it wasn't a placemat. It is a drying rack, dish drying thingamajigger, but it didn't come apart. So it's like fused together somehow or something. I don't know. But anyway, clip my corners. Now I'm just going to flip it inside out and we'll do our top stitch. Clipping your corners makes, when you push your corners out, that it's not so bulky. You see, it's a whole lot flatter, and this thing is awesome. It's good for me because I have carpal tunnel. Some people use the purple thing, but I prefer this. And now to get my sides out, I'm going to take this side and I'm going to push against the seam, and then I'm going to go press it so we can top stitch. This is pressed and ready to sew, and I am going to start on the corner, and I want my needle to catch all that thickness so that it can flatten it down. So I'm going to move my needle over just a little until I feel that is in this, because I always use this to line my fabric up. It's just easier for me, okay? So I want to make sure that I'm getting that over there, okay? So I'm just going to go over until I'm confident that I'm in it. And that's all the way. That's all the way. Now, I am just going to top stitch all the way around this. This foot right here will ensure that it does not shift. So here is my little mat for my coffee bar. And I wanted this thicker because, like I said, I have a tendency, I have carpal tunnel, to drop stuff and I spill my coffee. So this will be absolutely perfect. Here is my beautiful table runner, and I did it in the same color thread as these little stripes. There's the back, there's the front. I absolutely love it, but I will tell you something. Let me show you this. See how the back, I hope you can see that, it's bright, comes to the front. Okay? I hate that. I really hate that. So I was playing around because my camera died. But it's on the edge and I hate it. So what I done was I made, this is inside out because I wasn't thinking. But anyways, this is a lot better. So what I done was, this would be your fabric. This would be your under fabric. So if you cut your under fabric just a smidgen smaller than your top fabric, what it does is it will pull your top fabric under so that you don't see the ugly backside. So let me flip this and I will show you what I mean, because like I said, let me restart my iron. That was ugly. I hate it. I can't stand it. And then I just thought this. Y'all probably hear my fan. It's hot in here. I apologize for that. But when I shut my door, it gets so hot in here. So anyways, now look. When you iron this, it's all under there. Let me iron it and I'll show you. Now look how beautiful that comes out. I don't have that problem. So from now on, providing I remember, that is what I'm going to do. So anyways, there's my beautiful placemat. Or not placemat, table runner. Y'all don't know what I'm saying. It's my beautiful table runner. And then here is my little coffee mat. Well, that was quick, easy, and a lot of fun, and it's also nice, beautiful, functional pieces. If y'all like this video, you know the drill. Please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel, and ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. I would sure love to have you as part of my YouTube family. Until next time, remember that you are a blessing. Goodbye.